We have Ward. That's it. We have Ward.
You want to look at the Board of Trustees agenda?
Yeah, sure. We can do that one.
Okay. If you can see my screen, it looks like there's a disability retirement application.
I can see it. Does this fall under Dan? Or just
Probably me. It's probably me. I'm on that disability review committee.
okay.
And so this was an employee at the power plant who basically has long COVID. The committee reviewed his case. He's a couple of years away from full retirement, and we had approved him getting basically like a early retirement due to the disability. And so it was a unanimous from the disability review committee.
Okay, no objections there. And then we have another one or two from GRU.
Yep, the second one was also a journeyman from the power plant, had a different sort of disability. We denied that. So it was denied from the request was denied by the disability review committee. And yeah, so I mean, that's it. I don't know, Dan, do you have anything else to weigh in? I don't know if you.
I don't know anything about either of those.
Okay.
I think Barvell might be aware of it. Just
he is, yeah. Steve Barvell's on that. Laura Gretz, the HR director, is on that disability review committee as well.
Yeah. And
then myself as the charter in the area where it's occurring is on the review committee.
Have we ever denied one?
Sure.
I guess other than just saying, we have moving staff recommendations, other than that, that's it.
Have you, so the recommendation is to deny it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so have we done that before? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if there was anything else we'd have to do than just make the motion and vote. Okay.
Yeah, just from reading the item, it appears that the finding of the committee was that he's not totally disabled, that we're able to accommodate him.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry for just joining. I was having a problem getting in, but I'm sorry.
No, you're cool. It's yeah, fine.
We were just looking, Ms. Curry, we were looking at the Board of Trustees for the Retiree Health Insurance Trust Fund.
Yeah, I also noticed that there's the item on the Belarusian resolution that it.
We're on the Board of Trustees one just now, real quick.
Oh, right.
Before we go to
that item isn't here, Ms. Curry. I know they talked about it.
But it's not here, yeah.
So it must be coming.
It's in sequence, it's in Legistar. I guess the question is it going to be tacked onto this pension one, or is there going to be another meeting for retiree health insurance?
I'm not, this is my first time dealing with this one, so I'm not really sure how it works.
Yeah, I think typically the commission meets as the Board of Trustees for both the Retiree Health Insurance Trust Fund and the General Pension Fund. When they meet, there's a separate meeting agendaed right beforehand. This is just for retiree health insurance. And
okay.
There's the two specific items on it, the two claims on it. From what I've seen, y'all might be adding on the Russian Belarusian thing coming out of the commission resolution from a couple months ago.
Correct.
The only question I have to that one, if it is added, Mayor Pro Tem, is that, I mean, I'm inclined probably to include the memo that we issued when we talked about the socially responsible investing in a more broader strokes, knowing that the Russian Belarusian item is really a very narrow related subset of that. I don't know if you want me restating that opinion or.
I don't think it's the same as the broad direction the finance committee wanted to go in of just kind of divest generally from the bad. So I don't think we'll need it for this one. If you want to cover your bases, you are welcome to add it on.
I think it's always a good idea to reinforce that when the commission's sitting, as a board of trustees, that they do have that fiduciary duty. And while in the case of this Russian Belarusian issue, I think the comments from our finance professionals were that we have de minimis investments in Russian and Belarusian securities, and they don't typically meet our risk profile because it's in a developing market. The fact remains, it is outside of the sole interest of the beneficial owners. So I think it does implicate for the fiduciary duty, more akin to like stealing a pack of gum. I mean, you're not stealing much, but it's still not right. But again, it's not my job also to beat y'all up on that same opinion once you're aware of it.
If you want to put it on, put it on. At least that way
Right.
those that aren't on the committee can read it, or at least have it and say they read it, and it'll be there.
Okay.
Cool.
So Dan, can I steal gum or not? I'm unclear.
I'm telling you no.
Okay, perfect.
You're
Got
better.
it.
You're better than that.
Got
I'm
it.
also telling you no. Okay, so are we going to tack on the resolution to this then, because it is a technically trustee issue?
I think so. I think we'll
Okay.
get to this one.
Marie, can we add it to the tail end of this one?
Yes.
Okay. 10 minutes will still be enough, right? 15 minutes will still be enough,
15
right?
minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So we'll expect that item. Got it for this agenda?
Okay, that's it. Moving on to regular agenda.
Ow, we put it outside.
Ooh. It's pretty outside. Okay.
Do you see the 16th agenda?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So consent.
We have some minutes and then watershed planning initiative for the Hogtown Creek Watershed Plan.
Application for a grant.
Okay. And the Home Stabilization Assistance Program.
This one may get moved to the regular agenda simply because it was something that Commissioner Hayes Santos wanted more information on. And so staff would be coming back with that. So we may move it from consent to regular, Commissioner. Not sure how you want to.
Let's move it to regular, if only because I think I want to hear more, and it might be one of those good for the public to hear whatever it is we're doing.
Okay.
And you know, we are doing things to
right.
help. It shouldn't be contentious, I don't think, but it would be good to have it informative.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll move that to the regular agenda.
I have a quick question on the consent agenda. Marie, we just published the audit committee agenda today for the 15th. Could we move those items on consent to the 16th? City Commission? Just have a placeholder for those?
Yeah, because we'd approve them the 15th, right?
Yes,
Theory.
I believe as long as there's no legal reason we can't.
Well, Dan has his hand up, so maybe there is.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there's any reason against that. I was raising my hand for something else.
Okay. And then if something did not get approved, we would take it off.
So we'll plan to add the approved audit committee items to consent.
Okay.
Thank you.
From the 6:15 meeting. Okay.
And what was the thing you wanted to tell us that wasn't that?
Well, while we're on the consent agenda, we anticipate having an item seeking approval of the settlement of a automobile accident involving GPD officer who rear-ended a plaintiff. It just got wrapped up. The item is done. I've looked at it. Alice isn't here yet, so it'll be loaded up within the next, she isn't here today. It'll be loaded up shortly, but just to announce it that it's coming for consent, and we can certainly talk with anyone who wants more information.
Okay. I'm fine with it if Marie's fine with it.
Sounds good to me. Thank
Is that
you.
okay? So having been announced, does that mean it's not a mod? Because
That's
Alice
correct.
hates mods.
That's correct. Alice can rest easy.
Excellent. Thank you.
Like that extra sheet of modification? Come on.
No, you have duly noted that the item is
DOE.
DOE.
Is this a GRU application? No, it's not. That's her.
No, this is solid waste. This is a grant as well, and there's a match required coming from the solid waste undesignated fund balance. But this is another grant.
Okay. And we would only match 20. I'm game for that. Okay, cool.
And we have a few appointments to advisory boards.
Okay,
Yeah.
those are, okay. And a
And-
resignation,
Yes,
a
and
couple of resignations.
several resignations. Some of these may have been kind of saved up.
Mayor Pro Tem and Marie, there was an item that we had on there, and I thought I saw it on an earlier version on consent for a contract for purchase and sale for the Cyvance Corporation that we brought. I don't know if it's made it onto this consent. I didn't see it, but it's coming.
Contract for what?
Is that on the
Last,
last agenda?
Yeah,
It was
but it was only the surplus property. We were deeming that surplus for them to use on the other
Sorry.
agenda, the previous.
Yeah, we did that before, didn't we?
Yes, but this is the second half of it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
And you want it on consent, not on the regular?
yeah, it's just signing the purchase and sale, the agreement for that, and putting that in consent.
The commission had to do the surplus property piece first. This is the last end of it.
Since we've already agreed to it, this is just giving authority to sign.
Yes.
Okay. And is your hand just up or? Okay, okay.
I'm good.
On to regular.
There's the broadband report discussion coming back.
Is this now, just to make sure, Tony, this is, or Tony
Yeah.
and Ms. Curry, this is the conversation about the ARPA money, not GRUCOM in general.
Correct. So what this is Magellan, who's the contractor that general government actually contracted with, is bringing back a presentation based on the motion that was made by the city commission, which was to look at using $9.6 million in ARPA money to expand residential broadband into a defined area. And then GRU reviewed their plan, both from a financial standpoint as well as just like a business plan. And they'll be presenting, Magellan will be presenting the item. And then legal did some analysis because there was risks associated with, getting into the residential broadband space. So legal will have some comments regarding that. And then the city manager and I will also just have comments regarding the business plan that they laid out and risks associated with that. And we, city manager and I and legal, we're the city attorney, we're meeting with commissioners one-on-one between now and the 16th to talk in a lot more detail. But the short of it is that there's a significant amount of risk, both legal and business risk. And GRUCOM is not in a position to take on a significant amount of risk at this time. So we're not recommending moving this forward. And the city manager is in a similar position with the city budget and taking on those risks as well.
Got it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it's kind of clarified for the commission and the public that it is not a conversation about GRUCOM, although, it's part of the conversation. It is not what are we doing with GRUCOM, it's what are we doing with, that 9.6 and broadband.
Correct. And Matt, so sorry, Commissioner, I did not address that. So yeah, we will be bringing back in July the more detailed analysis of where are we going with GRUCOM and what does that business look like moving forward. The part of it that really falls on this is just that we're financially in a situation that to take on any financial risk would not be wise. So
Thank you. Yes, Bobby?
I just want to, if Marie can move up the screenshot a little bit, we're trying to do the first meeting after 1 o'clock. And so I just want to make sure this is the first meeting after the lunch break.
It is.
Thank you. So I could tell the vendor, appreciate it.
We don't have anything in the morning? I mean, other than consent.
Doesn't look like it as of now.
So would it be possible to do RE1 and RE2 in the morning? Just to,
Dan, is that okay?
Sorry, it's muted. Yes, I think that's perfectly fine.
that way they're not, we don't push it over when this broadband conversation goes over. Okay,
So we'll keep broadband in the afternoon.
Yeah.
At 1 o'clock, but move RE1 and 2 to the morning.
Yeah. That way we're making use of everyone being here.
Great.
Okay, so RE1 is just B City. I'm sure Commissioner Ward is happy. And RE2 is an interlocal. I did not know this is a thing, but apparently it is. Okay. Is this at a GRU or solid waste or yes, both?
Public Works,
Oh,
Yep.
the MPD, yeah.
Yep.
all right. Okay, and then after the broadband, we'll have this one, SR1. So code revising, ordinance revising codes sections relating to boards and committees. Okay, and then the city clerk, this is just, okay, it's finishing those.
Yes.
Dan, would we be able to also put those in the morning?
I think that's fine.
Yeah, because there's not going to be, I don't presume,
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me,
because they are ordinance readings. I don't
Yeah,
know.
let me check on the land development code one to see if that would be fine or if there's an issue with that. I think it's fine.
I wasn't even talking about that one. I was talking about
The board and committee ordinance
the
revision.
board and committee,
Yeah.
and then the two relating to the clerk.
Right. The second
Yeah.
one related to the city clerk is amendments to the land development code.
Technically, yes.
I
Okay.
think it's fine to move that to the morning as well. For now, I feel comfortable telling you it's okay, but I'll double check on it and we can move it back if there's an issue.
Okay. Can we?
Now,
Second
I
reading?
will say, as sort of a point of technicality, there isn't a section for ordinances in the morning
Okay.
in the rules. So I don't know if that's
All right. We can keep
a rule change you all can make or.
That's a discussion we had before when the question was put, was whether or not we can do it. And that's what we came up with, is that in the schedule, in the rules, it doesn't seem to contemplate it, but it doesn't prohibit it either. So we had talked about pushing some things earlier, resolutions earlier, a couple meetings ago. And I think the upshot was they're like, oh, we have enough going on. Let's not do it if it's not absolutely clear. I think it's fine, but the same issue is still there, is whether or not you'd have to in any way waive your rules. I don't think there's anything to waive. It's just we may want to clarify it in the rules, but I don't think it's a real problem. I'll double check the advertising to make sure it was advertised they were all advertised for the 10 o'clock meeting. I'm sure they were.
Okay. I mean, we can leave them here for now. Just if you can get back to us for future, we'll know, but we can leave these here. I'm just trying to put less contentious stuff in the morning to make the best use of time here, but we'll leave them here for now.
Okay.
That first reading, vacation of public right of way. A general run of the mill one, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Andrew's team will show.
Andrew didn't give me any indication this was a problem.
Okay, and then we have nothing else. Oh,
So far.
thing before we go on recess is broadband.
The last thing is everyone loves one another.
Right.
Okay,
Let's end on that note.
But you still have the historic home stabilization program, which will be discussed after broadband.
you want to put that in? You want to do it in the morning?
Yeah, I don't think it's a lot of I don't think it's a lot of discussion, but
So, because we'll only have the two resolutions. I think there'd be room. It's 2 hours.
I think it works.
Okay, so we'll do that one in the morning with
I
consent
agree.
resolutions.
Well, the mayor and Commissioner
They'll be back.
Santos
They'll
will
be
be
back.
back. Okay.
Yeah.
They will be back.
Okay.
Even if I have to go get them, they'll be back. Okay, anybody want to add anything? Yes, Tony?
What, Mayor, yeah, Commissioner, do we have word on the GPC tomorrow, whether we're a go on that or a no-go?
As far as I know, as of now, that meeting is happening.
Okay.
We will notify everyone the second we hear that someone else isn't going to make it.
At
Maria-
1:05, we will find out if we are having the meeting.
Is that just the street shows?
Is
That
it-
what?
The only real item I have the
Mhm.
administrative session, the quarterly update from GRU, and the street shows pilot program.
Mhm.
That it's in theory very light.
Yep.
And I don't think there is much direction involved because the pilot is already starting. I saw you guys were hiring.
Yep, the busking program, and yeah, it's the one actually the Commissioner Hayes Santos had a lot of interest in, so.
I mean, so did I.
There's no action recommended for any of them, so.
Right.
Commissioner Ward?
Yeah, thank you. Maybe we should move the busking item to the 16th, because I know Commissioner A. Santos does have an interest in it, and we'll have more commissioners there on the 16th, and apparently we have lots and lots of time.
I feel like the 16th was packed and I can't remember why now. Do we know what's on that one just yet?
I didn't, what was the question?
GPC on the 16th, what do we have on it?
No, city commission is the 16th. That's
The
the one.
commission meeting.
Oh, right, sorry, yes. I have no objection to that. That way, yeah, the mayor and Adrian can be part of it. Where would you like to have that that update? Do you want to try for the morning?
Kind of like the historic homes. I mean, like you said, it's ongoing, it's pilot. I think it won't take a lot of time. I think,
We can put it in the morning then?
Yep.
I don't see more than like 30-ish minutes. If that.
yep.
And we can always move it when we adopt the agenda. So
Cool, that works.
This is adding the busking.
Yes.
Okay.
So we can add the busking in the morning. You know what? Can we make that the first in the morning?
Sure.
That way, after consent, the first in the morning, so folks who want to come talk or chat or give any comment can,
Mhm.
instead of trying to guesstimate where we'll be.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, I mean, Marie will let us know about tomorrow, or would you guys prefer it to be a virtual workshop? What works easiest for staff instead of, waiting on a hair trigger?
Such a light agenda. I think the virtual works, but again, I will do whatever we need to do together. I'm good.
Marie, would it be difficult to make it virtual now?
We
Or
know we can update the notice of meetings. I'm trying to think, I don't
or
know.
would you prefer then we make it a workshop once we're already here? If it comes down to that.
And that would be what you would have to do or cancel the meeting.
Yeah, so Commissioner, we will have staff available. We do have one staff that is not able to be in person. And she's going to be giving part of the presentation, so she'll be giving part of it remote, but the other staff will be here, and that's fine. And if we want to change,
Have the
that's
bodies,
fine.
we don't have the bodies. Okay. Okay, I'd rather we show up and see. I fully
Sure.
believe my colleagues will show up and we can get the people's business done. And if not, worst case, we call it a quick workshop, hear about GRU's update. Commissioner Ward?
thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. The more I think about it, the more I think we should have 6 commissioners and a mayor to hear the GRU updates. I don't want to overpack the 16th agenda, but there's going to be a maximum of 4 of us there tomorrow. And I think it's important that we hear this update as a commission. So I don't know how long the update is, but if it's substantial, and I assume that it is, then we should have the opportunity for the entire commission to be a part of it.
So
I'll be at both anyway, but
And I'll address Mayor Pro Tem. So we're prepared to do either one. We could do the 16th as well. There are 3 items. I can't remember, maybe 30 slides. that we're going to go over, but AMI CIS, which is obviously a major significant project we have going on, is providing an update to that project, an update on DHR fuel supply. So like where, how we get the wood and the fuel supply for DHR. And then the last item is the Main Street capacity and renewal upgrade project. Again, a $65 million project, providing an annual update to that. And so they are big things that are going on that the commission is interested in. They don't require action, but they are big items that are going on. And again, we're available to do either one, either at the GPC tomorrow or at the 16th of City Commission meeting.
I'm trying to think of what we've built out here, and broadband in the morning, or sorry, broadband in the afternoon, right? First thing in the afternoon. Busking in the morning. And then
The neighborhood program.
the neighborhood program, busking and neighborhood program in the morning.
Mhm.
That leaves the evening because I don't want to jam it and then keep moving things forward. Would it be difficult to do it in the evening portion after the proclamations?
We could do it in the morning or the evening, either one.
The space I see now would be that, unless we move all those resolutions to after these proclamations. Like, it kind of, I imagine you don't need more than like 30-ish minutes. You'll need like an hour. As far as questions and clarification from the commission and, okay, so let's, I'm pulling the trigger. Okay, let's do that in the evening, the first and only thing in the evening after proclamations. We'll do the GRU update, and then it's at a time that most folks can tune in if they want to watch and can be informed. Okay,
Is there anything on the GPC agenda tomorrow then?
administrative.
Okay.
I was
For the
gonna-
next quarter.
Okay.
Oh, what?
The schedule for the next quarter that the Policy Oversight Office goes through. So it's the straw man that everybody puts together for the GPC next quarter's schedule. That's the admin session.
That's the one thing that Morgan needs out of us. I guess there's two of us here to decide what four of us are gonna do tomorrow. I'm fine. I guess it comes back to workshop, Dan. We are allowed to give direction and staff is allowed to follow, correct?
So direction concerning the swim lanes or?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean,
There's nothing official going to be done, really.
It's organizing that calendar. Marie, you want to add something?
no, it's, the administrative session is primarily just setting the schedule for the quarter. So that also will be, if you don't have 3 of the commissioners there,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would prefer to move that forward to either the next general policy meeting, or again, we still have space on the regular agenda next week.
We don't have a next GPC until July.
right?
So are we allowed to set that agenda, or I guess that schedule at regular meeting?
Sure. We can do anything in a regular meeting.
You shouldn't though. Okay, then where, do you want to do the GRU update and then finalize the schedule at the end then?
Yes.
Okay. Any objections to that or advice from staff?
Does anybody on staff really want to have this meeting tomorrow? I guess is the question.
Who wants to come here?
I'm excited where we're headed.
Yes, so
So-
excited that 7 of us should hear it.
So to summarize, we're moving the entire agenda from tomorrow to the 6/16 agenda.
Like, we'll be, yeah.
That sounds so much more difficult.
Yes, all 3.5 items will be moved to the 16th. No, Commissioner Ward is right. We won't have at least 3 folks there.
Right.
that matters. And it's still tenuous if we'll even have 4. So I think just to save everyone's time and respect staff's time, let's cancel tomorrow. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing my official thing. I'm canceling tomorrow's meeting, and we will just move those items to the 16th.
And you do want to put the GPC admin session as last on the regular agenda. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Last call. Okay. In that case, meeting adjourned.